Hey guys, it's Mehgan James and you're watching BallerAlert.
What's going on, you guys? It is Tycho here in the building with Mehgan James. We are talking with her all things basketball wives, all things everything.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to say I truly do love you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, you have took reality TV by storm. You have done Bad Girls Club. You have done appearance on Baddies. You're now on Basketball Wives. You've done even outside of that music, have your own podcast. So when you think about all of the stuff you've done, like, how does it feel? And you're 10 years in. So how does it feel to have a decade under your belt, doing all the things you wanted to do and being in this kind of position?
It feels really good, but it just motivates me to keep going because obviously, like, I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
And I just strive to get better every year, every season. I don't know. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Like, I've always wanted to be on TV since I was a kid. And I kind of just manifested it.
Okay. Now, Basketball Wives Orlando. Okay. So, right, we're really excited for this one. So I want to know, it's a fresh new cast. Like, besides yourself, I don't think people are really familiar with the new girls like that. So I want you to just describe to us, like, what is the actual feeling with these new group of girls? Like, what's the vibe like?
Honestly, it's just very fresh, new, dramatic, toxic.
Okay. Not toxic.
It's very toxic. The girls, I mean, obviously I don't like all of them, but as a whole, I feel like it's a great cast. Shawnee did her big one, casting these ladies. Everybody has a story to tell, and the stories are very interesting. They're not the same old, like, oh, I'm not your friend because you got me a bad hotel room.
Yeah, it's not
vibes.
pettiness.
Like, the thing that's different, the difference between our cast and previous casts are, like, the girls in this group of women really know each other. Like, we know each other outside of the show, like, have hung out, vacations, real friends, basketball games. Like, so bringing us all together into one group is very, what's the word? It's organic.
It's organic and authentic. Yeah. Which one of the ladies or some of the ladies that you've known before you hopped on the franchise?
We have a lady on there, and her name is Neek. She's a huge YouTuber. I don't know if you've heard of her. She has, like,
you're gonna find out though.
Yeah, Neek. She has like 4 million followers on Instagram. She's huge on YouTube. Okay. There's a girl named Danielle. I met her through a mutual basketball girlfriend. Okay. She's really cool. And then, yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for this. Now, Brittany Renner, she just shared that her franchise is a little bit dysfunctional on LA, and you actually were on LA before. So, talk to me a little bit about what that experience was, and is there some true sentiments to what Brittany Renner kind of just showed on Instagram?
I was on Basketball Wives LA season 4. I wouldn't call the cast dysfunctional. I would call it cliquey. Okay. I feel like it's always hard being the new girl. I was the new girl on my season. Yeah. I feel like, once everybody, I feel like even when there will be new girls on my current season, like, everybody has always everyone has always already built their bonds. Right. So coming in as, like, a newer girl, a younger girl, it's just like you against them. Yeah. Until, we're like a month in, and then people get to know your real personality and stuff like that. So I wouldn't call it, like, dysfunctional. I would call it, like, we don't know you. Right. And you got to earn your way. Okay.
So it's kind of like you're being hazed a bit.
Yeah, that's what it was giving for my season, definitely. I don't know what Brittany Renner went through. I can only imagine. But it's because she went through with the real OGs. Like me, I was there with, like, Angel Brinks, who was also new. I was there with, like, Brandy, Malaysia, Drea. Like, they were, like, in their early 30s, and I was in my, like, mid 20s when I started doing that show. But we were still young. Now, like, Brittany Renner is going in there with, like, the Jackies the Evelyn, the Jennifers. Yeah, they're well seasoned. So I can only imagine, like, and then again, I can't really imagine, like, girls that old being Mean Girls. So I can't wait to see it.
I'm excited to see it. Now, there was a clip when you were on that season, and you had a pretty big blow up with the girls. And in one particular that it seemed you guys just couldn't get along too much was with Drea. Right. So where are you now with those ladies? Like with Malaysia, Brandy's, the Dreas? Are you all cool now? Like, what is your relationship dynamic to this day, or at this day right now?
Brandy and Malaysia honestly have always been super nice to me. Like, even from the beginning of filming, they actually gave me a chance, right? Okay. So I've seen Brandy, like, outside of filming, and I've also seen Malaysia outside of filming. Their vibe hasn't changed with me. Like, they both told me congratulations on my new season. So yeah, they're so sweet. Like, even Brooke, They're all really nice girls. I just feel like Drea is just a mean girl, like, period. She still doesn't like me, but that's fine. Like, I'm not like thirsty to be your friend or anything like that. But I just feel like, a lot of people just hold unnecessary grudges, and like reality TV isn't real. I think that whatever beef like Dre and I had, she should just let it go, but she won't let it go. I don't even think about her, so I don't really care.
Hopefully we can amend this because we love you both. People do love you both. So hopefully at some point we can have you sit down on this kind of couch and check in. So are you currently based in Orlando now? Like, how has Orlando been for you when you were filming? Are we loving Orlando? What's the vibe?
Orlando's honestly, like, it was tough. Okay, like I'm a Southern girl, but I'm from Houston, but I've lived in LA for 12 years.
Okay.
So I'm spoiled. The weather, like the breeze, the jackets in the winter. The jackets in the summer. Spoiled. Florida, you walking from the parking lot to your car or the store to your car, you're busting out a whole sweat. Like, I just can't.
Aren't there gators there too?
There's gators there.
No.
Florida is like a red state too. So I've never experienced like racism or anything like that, really.
Thank God.
And I feel like Florida is really racist. Like, when you visit Florida, you think of like Miami or some like where it's like a
Fort Lauderdale to an extent.
Pot.
Yeah.
But like Orlando, like, it's kind of like I didn't have the best experience there.
Okay.
But the city, if the city was just the city without the people, I would love it. Like, it's calm, cool, collected. And I moved there just for like a little
different. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the older folks, like when they're like retired and married, I feel like when I think of Florida, I think of like retirement.
And that's exactly what it is. It's peaceful, it's calm, like the kids come for Disney.
Yeah.
You can go walk your dog.
Did you go to Disney when you were out there?
I didn't. It was too hot.
Okay, it was too much.
It was too hot.
Okay.
Like, too hot, literally.
Hopefully when you go back.
Yeah, hopefully I go back in like February.
Yeah.
When it's cool.
And put me in your bag so I can go with you too. Yeah, I want to experience it. Now, speaking of experiences, like we said earlier, Bad Girls Club, Baddies, Basketball Wives LA, and now Basketball Wives Orlando. So when you think about your past experiences on like the Bad Girls Club and et cetera to a different type of show now, tell me a little bit on how does Basketball Wives differ from those experiences? Because they're very vastly different.
Mm-hmm. So Basketball Wives is more like a job, right? Okay. It's like you get a schedule, you go film, you come home, it's over with. After you get home, you can go eat, drink, be with your friends, boyfriend, whatever you got to do. And then you wake up the next day and you do it again.
Okay.
And there's like, it's professional. It's like there's hair, there's makeup, there's call sheets. Like, it's like a job.
Yeah.
Bad Girls Club was like a zoo. Right. Like, they throw 7 girls in a house, 7 girls in a house, 1 bathroom, no TV, no radio, no internet, no access to the outside world, like nothing. So
you're in jail.
You're in jail, literally the feds. So it's like, in experiences, like, Basketball Wives is better because it's a job.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you get paid more. Bad Girls Club, we only got paid $500 an episode, which is sick.
$500 an episode?
Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a lot of money when I was young.
Wait, so let's talk about that a little bit because y'all were clocking in. I mean, every episode, every time I've seen, especially like, those who like were like the stars of their season, like yourself included. So I'm kind of shocked like they didn't like try to up it or even thought about upping it even after they watched the season back.
It's all about like if you're working from like the back end to the front, like the less they spend on us, the more they get to keep. That's how production works. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So why would they up it if people are taking it? That's the thing. Like, and I always thought in my head, like, if we came together as Story, please.
It's okay.
Okay.
Hi, Story.
So if we come together as a unit and be like, okay, none of us are taking $500, they're going to have to boost it up.
Yeah.
But it was always a girl in there that really, really needed the money. So it'll be like, well, she'll take it. Then if she'll take it, then she'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Did you guys get a little bit more when you did the spinoffs? Because you did like you did All-Star Battle. You also came back and did like the New Girls reveal at one point. So like that it increased a little bit when you did the spinoffs.
I feel like we got a set rate for that. It was like $3,000 or $5,000 for like the set rate. But we weren't even there as long as probably like a couple weeks of filming as well.
Okay. I did like All-Star Battle, I'm not going to lie.
Really?
That was one of my favorites, yeah. Mm-hmm. I like both seasons, but season 1 was definitely iconic. Yeah. So let me ask you this. We're on Basketball Wives Orlando, and I want to just know, like, the girls. I need to understand the girls. I'm sure people want to know about the girls. So who would you say, a little quick game, who would you say caused the most drama?
Cause the most drama?
Mm-hmm.
I would say me.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
love accountability.
Yeah, I'm gonna take accountability. I probably caused the most drama because I would like if I was asked if I said something or if somebody said something, like I would always just be honest. So if someone was to come up to me and be like, "Did you hear her say this about me?" I'd be like, "Yeah, man, she said this, 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 and this."
You give me honest girl.
Right. So
sure.
it's just like I feel like I stirred up a lot of the drama, but yeah, I'll take accountability.
Okay. Who would you say should have clocked a little bit more this season?
Honestly, I would say like we have a cast member. Her name is Mackenzie.
Okay.
Like I like Mackenzie. She's cool, but every scene that I was in with her, like she really didn't talk or like have an opinion until like the last few episodes of or last few scenes of the season. Like she brought her personality out towards the end of the season.
Okay. Who would you say fans are going to fall in love with?
I think fans are gonna love Danielle.
Okay.
She is the read queen. Like she was reading bitches to filth left, right, and in the middle. I feel like the fans are gonna love Danielle.
Were y'all on the same side or opposing side?
That was my ally for sure.
Okay, yeah. I feel like you're both rooting girls down for sure.
Yeah.
Now, being a podcaster, now people have mixed opinions on that all the time. Right. Oh, they shouldn't be doing this or etc. And you're also not, new to public scrutiny. I mean, on your podcast, we had the Young Jock situation. You defend yourself with the Johnny Blaze situation and etc. So how have you grown this year alone as a host? And is there any like regrets, changes, or like lessons that you've learned in the process?
I feel like the only lesson that I learned in the process is that I need to do more research.
Okay.
Also, I need to like preview the questions because sometimes like I have like a whole team. So there's like producers, camera people. Sometimes like I'm super busy and I have other people do the research. So I just have them send me the questions and I like the night before I'll read over and be like, okay, whatever, this is what we're asking. Maybe I should like preview them more and be like, okay, this isn't as appropriate.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I feel like my podcast has gone viral so many times because I ask the questions that people want to know. And I feel like that's me being my authentic, true self. So it's like, I feel like people love authenticity.
You definitely went viral with Tokyo Tony. And that was a very interesting episode. But it seems like after we went to Tamron Hall, they seem like in a better space. And Blac Chyna just announced that she is dating super producer Derek Milano. So like now that you look at the episode back then to seeing their dynamic now, how does it feel to see them kind of like get back to where they are? And how does it feel to see Chyna in this happy space?
I actually love that for them. Like any parent and child that commend their relationship is just like a beautiful thing. It's like there's no reason for, you to have that hard of a beef with the person that gave birth to you. So I'm glad like Chyna is able to forgive.
Yeah.
I feel like Tokyo has changed for the moment. I feel like Tokyo gonna go back to her old rodeos.
Okay.
I feel like their relationship is great now and hopefully it stays that way. But I feel like in that situation, Tokyo's the toxic one. And I feel like Chyna's at a space in her life where she's cutting out all things toxic. So I feel like they may go through another phase of like, I'm not fucking with you. Because like peace of mind is everything. And I feel like that's important to Chyna.
It seems like she has that now. I mean, her and Dirk are really happy. They seem really cute together. They just posted together. So hopefully this relationship with her is something that is going to make her feel elevated, make her just feel secure, Now, you also defended yourself with Johnny Blaze. Have you guys mended that yet? Are we guys on good terms yet or at all? Have we talked about it?
Honestly, like Johnny Blaze is like a non-factor in my life.
Okay.
Like I just don't care to mend anything with somebody that like was never like you were never like my friend. So it's like I don't care to mend that relationship. Okay. I don't like how she played the situation because like I said, I have a team which she can vouch for. I have a camera crew which she can vouch for. I have producers which she can vouch for. So everything that happened in that episode was pre-planned. The drug test. Right. I got a lot of back wrath for calling her a crackhead on camera. But that's not what I said. That's what your man called you. And I repeated what he said. I wasn't calling you a crackhead. I was like, your man called you a crackhead. Like, I've never
Yeah.
even seen Johnny do drugs in my whole life. So I've never even seen Johnny smoke weed.
Right.
So I've only seen her drink. So it's like how she played the victim card in that situation, like I can't respect it. So anybody that moves like that, like I don't want to be associated with. So there's nothing to like I wish her well. Like there's no ill will, but like there's nothing to mend there. Like I don't want to have a relationship with her.
Okay, and we can move on just from that. Now, you mentioned that she wanted to be on the show. Is there anybody else who has reached out to you that wants to be on the show and you're considering like, okay, I'll make them a guest?
No, honestly, like I took a break from the Hollywood Group Chat podcast, and I just started doing my after show.
Okay.
Because while I was filming in Orlando, that was another struggle of mine, like having to find talent in the city. Because like obviously, like my budget, my budget is what it is, and it's just like I don't have the budget to be flying people in and out, getting them first class flights, putting them up in hotel rooms, and like YouTube views aren't guaranteed. So it's like I could
Correct.
get a good guest and get 20,000 views. I could get a good guest or a guest and get 100,000 views. So like I want a return on my investment. So it just didn't make sense for me to like fly people in and out. So now that I'm back home, it's easier for me to like get more talent. So I've been working with like a PR agency and just like personal friends on getting more guests. Okay. But in the meantime, I've been doing an after show. I've been watching Baddies and reporting like my thoughts and feelings on the episode.
What is your thoughts on Baddies? What do you think about the series? What do you think about this season? What do you think about the whole franchise in itself?
Honestly, for Baddies, like I'm really happy for Natalie, like because it's something that she's wanted to do her whole life. Like Natalie eats, sleeps, and breathes Bad Girls Club and has her since I've known her. Mm-hmm. So like kudos to Natalie. Congrats to her for that. I think the Baddies franchise I think it's cool for what it is. It's just like where I'd be getting confused is like at what point, at what age, like are you too old for this?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you see the girls there that are like knocking on 40 and knocking on 35. And it's just like the checks got to be good because that's the only reason.
They got to be good, baby. Like they have to be.
It's like you're literally signing up to get beat up at 40. Like the checks got to be good. Like I don't know how much somebody could pay me to get my ass beat on TV at 40.
And I just feel like because I really don't watch series, but I do catch the clips on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And when I do catch the clips, I'm like, where is the confrontation? You know how back when like y'all were doing it, there was confrontations, like there was build-ups. Like you were tuned in every episode, like, are they gonna fight or not? Mm-hmm. We're like, here, you could pop in right now and this joint and be like, I want to fight, and you're like, huh? Boop. So it's like,
I think their confrontation builds up from social media, which is something that we don't see because that's not like. I'm happy that this season they actually put social media into play. Like they take clips from like Twitter, Instagram, and they add them into the show so that the audience isn't lost about what's going on. But I feel like in previous seasons, like people will have Twitter beef and Instagram beef, but they don't bring it onto the show. So it's like if we're fighting on site, it doesn't make sense to you guys, but it makes sense to us because we've been beefing all year on Instagram or whatever, you know?
Okay. So because we got to check the socials. Yeah. So y'all at home, check them socials, see what's going on.
Right.
Now, will we see a more vulnerable side of Mehgan on Basketballers Orlando? Because I feel like people kind of are skewed to one side of you. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, are we going to go a little deeper? Mm-hmm. Are we going to get to connect with you a little bit more? Like, what are you going to share?
Yeah, you definitely will get to see like a more vulnerable side of me. One thing that I've never done in my 15 years or 12 years of reality TV is bring on my family. Wow. I have like a huge like family beef that has been going on for years. So this season of Basketball Wives, like you guys will get to meet my mom, you'll get to meet my brother, you'll get to meet my sister. Like you guys get to meet the real Mehgan. So, and I feel like that's very interesting because people don't really know too much about me besides what I've done in the past on reality TV. So you guys will get to meet my man.
I was about to that next. My man. Okay.
You guys will get to meet my man. I've never really been in a real relationship on reality TV either. Like one that you guys can see. So like on a few scenes, like we went on dates, like had a real serious conversation. So you guys will get to see a totally different Mehgan.
Did you prep them before you brought them on? Like we were like, okay, look, we're going on. Or you just brought them on?
No, because the crazy thing about it is like, I don't know if this is telling too much, but before, like my mom, I haven't spoken to my mom in 3 years. So the first time of me seeing my mom would be in a scene that I filmed on the show. So like we were talking about earlier, like reality TV, they'll put you in the setting, but you don't know the reactions.
That's very vulnerable of you
yeah,
to share that.
but those are like that's how stars are made. Like you don't become like a Nene or a Kim K or a Kim Zolciak or the reality TV stars that people love.
Tiffany
Tiffany Pollard.
Pollard.
You don't become those not sharing.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you wish you did share, or is it something that you were shocked that you shared, but you were like, we're here now?
No, I was okay with like whatever I shared is like everything that I had, and that's why I'm really happy for the show. It's like my redemption season because it's just like I gave my everything into my scenes. So
Yeah.
like you guys will get to see like who Mehgan really is versus like the Hollywood group chat Mehgan versus Instagram Mehgan versus Bad Girls Club Mehgan. Like you guys will get to see like who I really am.
I'm forgetting a season 2. Like, from whatever you're telling me right now, it sounds like we're gonna definitely get picked up, hopefully. Let's talk about the man. So how, like, how do we meet him? What's the vibe? Like, what are we sharing? Like, what is it like to literally put that on screen?
I'm honestly like that's the scare like that is what I'm scared of because I feel like private relationships last longer, right? Like when
Correct.
no one knows who your man is, no one knows who your girl is. Like those are the relationships that withstand the fucking rain.
And y'all been together for how long?
Um, a minute.
Okay. A minute.
But I'm really scared about that. But it's whatever. It's a part of my life. Like I wanted to be as open as I could on this season, and he's a part of that. So
I'm excited. Now, the music.
mm-hmm.
So you actually just signed earlier this year with APG, which is amazing. So how's things been going with like the music career? Any like projects we can expect from you coming out, collabs?
Mm-hmm. So one thing about music with me is like I'm really, really shy because like I'm really confident.
You're shy
with music, yes.
Okay.
Because it's like I've been on TV for so long that it comes to me like literally like night and
natural,
day. It's so
yeah.
natural. With music, I just feel like people are so judgmental and like I'm so shy about it. But I did sign with APG. I have like a sync deal with them, and sync music is like music that's played behind like TV shows, movies, video games. One of my songs did land a spot in this season of Basketball Wives.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that you'll be hearing my song in the background of like a few of the scenes there.
Okay.
My boyfriend too, he's a artist. One of his songs landed in the Keisha Cole documentary.
Wow.
I don't know. We've just been working, and like I like sync music because I don't actually have to go perform on the stage in front of people. It's like I can make it in my room or the studio, and it goes to like TV, and people never know it's you.
Would you ever think about like wanting to do something like that, like putting up music so you can perform on stage, or you're just like no?
I want to do it because it's like one of those things that's like okay, like
you gotta do it at least. I
want to do it at least once. Like I want to do like a big show, like a Rolling Loud once to see like how many boos I get, whatever.
I'm gonna be cheering out all them whatever quote unquote boos. I'll be cheering for you.
Yeah, I just want to do it just to say I did it, but like I don't know at like my age if I'm like can dedicate that much time into being like a Beyonce or like even a Coi Leray, or a Lotto or a Megan Thee Stallion or a Cardi B, a Nicki Minaj. Like they put so many hours of time, work, hard dedication. Like I'm just trying to have a baby and like kick my feet back and eat my little sandwiches.
Are we ready for that? Are we ready to be mommy Mehgan?
I am. Like I want to take the kids to school, basketball games, dress them up, have a good time.
Are we like, planning right now? Like, are we getting exclusive? Are we planning this right now?
I don't know.
You see I'm getting comfortable and I'm getting excited.
I see. No, it's not like a plan, but it's just like if it happens, it happens. I'm ready though. I just want one kid.
So. One. You don't want no more? Mm-mm. Do you care about if it's a boy or a girl?
I really want, what are they called? A surrogate.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I think we can do that
and I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. I would rather it be a boy because it just seems like boys are easier to raise. But if it's a girl, I'd be just as happy.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but we are kind of easier to raise. Just saying.
Like all y'all need is a haircut.
We need a haircut and just food.
Yeah.
And just like my little video game and just leave me alone. That's it. We're good. So I want to ask you this because people always are wondering when it comes to reality stars, like how are you guys sustaining and maintaining? They see you on a show, then let's say you disappear for a little bit, then you come back, then you do this and that, etc. Like the business wise. Mm-hmm. So all of these years that you've been on reality television from different platforms, television shows, maneuvering brand deals, and pushing your brand as Mehgan James, how has it been for you with the business as you continue to fund and maintain the lifestyle that you have right now?
Honestly, like I just have to give like all thanks to God for that. Like I've never had to like struggle as long as I've been on TV. Like I've just been
Yeah.
blessed with like opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I am a serial entrepreneur. Like I do have like a couple of drop shipping stores. I do have a few investments.
Mm-hmm.
I do have my podcast, which brings in a lot of money via like YouTube ads.
Yeah.
I just been really, really blessed. And I feel like the struggle, honestly, is to stay relevant. Like the money and the lifestyle, like you could literally disappear off the face of the earth and nobody would know what your lifestyle was. So I don't think that's the struggle, like to keep up with the lifestyle. All you need is a fucking phone with a camera on it and you can have any lifestyle that you want, you
Yeah.
know? But
That's true.
like, it's just the struggle, like, do people care?
Yeah. I want to know this because this is really great for other Black entrepreneurs. When it comes to investing, I think a lot of times, sometimes we may not have the resources or we may not know where or how to invest, and especially investing in yourself. So, like, if there's like a business tip that you can share on investing that you've learned that you continue to prophesize for yourself, what would it be?
Whatever you invest your money into, make sure that it's something that you actually care about.
Okay.
Don't do it just because it makes money. Like I heard that stock markets make money, but like I'm not interested in that. And I feel like if I was to invest my money into that, like I wouldn't even care. Like you need to invest into something that you care deeply about so that you care about it and so that it grows. Like it's like you water it, it grows. I would never put my money into something just because it's trendy or it's a hot thing right now because those type of projects, they don't last long.
What's one thing that you care about?
Um, well, myself, right? So like people are always like, oh, you have body dysmorphia, or you get too much plastic surgery, or you like, oh, I go to Soul Cycle, like the classes are like $40 a day. I'll go twice a
I love a
day.
soul cycle
Love Soul Cycle.
moment.
But I feel like as a reality TV entrepreneur, whatever, like my look is my brand. So I have to take care of myself. So I don't mind spending this amount of money on workout classes or this amount of money because my boobs are starting the what is it called, the gravity starting to hit my titties.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Your first investment should be yourself because that's the person that you have to live with for the rest of your life.
Okay, I love that. Now, of course, like I was talking about earlier before we got on camera, the girls love talking about BGC, love talking about you and your clips and All Stars and et cetera like this. So if you could have had your own like All Star season, right, including yourself, what other 6 bad girls would you have put on it?
Natalie for sure. I would have had Natalie, myself, Rocky from season 10, Judy.
She's funny.
She's
I like
hilarious.
Judy.
Judy, she was like a super popular like fan favorite. I would have had the Claremont twins. I think
Okay.
that's enough. Like that's like me, Rocky, Judy, Natalie, Claremont twins at 7.
Okay, period.
Yeah, I think
That'd be
that
a
would
good
be a good cast.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could have only imagined like the things you would have shooken up in the house.
yeah.
So I hope we can get that one day. Maybe we'll see. Manifesting
Girl,
that.
bye. We is not coming back. I'm not coming back to Beggars Club.
We're over it. We're on to Basketball Wives.
Period.
So, who does Megan like listen to or read that inspires her?
I'm super into self-help books.
Okay.
There's this one called like Manifest with Your Mind. There's another one called like Manifest Now. That one I really recommend. It teaches you how to manifest things really, really fast. There's another book that I love called The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and it teaches you how your subconscious controls your life. It's not like your right mind, but it's the mind that the stuff that you don't think about is which is what controls like your actions.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just self-help books are really great, and I'm an R&B girl. Like I like SZA. I like
I
her.
love R&B.
I'm an R&B girl. I like my little rap music here and there, but like R&B is like more relaxing to me.
And also, I feel like you can't wake up off the wake up and just have rap. Like I can't
That's so
hear
annoying.
that.
It's like, oh, turn this shit off.
Yeah, it's like 8 in the morning. It's too much.
Right.
What motivates Megan? Like when you wake up, like what's motivating you every day?
What's motivating me is that like I have like a picture of how I want to live for the rest of my life.
Okay.
And it's just like I have a plan and it's like like every day I work towards like knocking something off my checklist or just being a better me so that like I can manifest my way to like the life that I want to live. Like you can't be a bad person and expect good things to happen to you, you know? So like that's the way that I live my life. Like I try to be the best person that I can be so that I'm blessed.
What's one thing you want to knock off your bucket list before the year ends?
I want to go back to Tokyo. Like I visited Tokyo once and I went on a solo trip.
Okay.
But it was like a great experience. Like their culture is so different. Like everyone there is so quiet. Like we got on like the city bus and nobody talks. The airport is silent. That Japan has like the lowest crime rate. Um, I don't know why, but like the crime rate is so low there, and everyone is just nice and peaceful. And like I'm super into like meditation and like stuff like that. So I just want to go like on a vacation. Because I've been working so much that I haven't had time to like
Just
relax.
debrief and just like escape for a little
Right.
bit.
So before the year's over, I would love to just go on a nice vacation.
Okay, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hopefully hop in your bag again,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can go with you to Tokyo too.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been, so
Mm-hmm.
you gotta
It's
tell me
really
the
nice.
spots to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So for Basketball Wives, is there anyone from Basketball Wives LA that you would grab and put on Basketball Wives Orlando?
Obviously, Brittany Renner. Like,
Okay, so you're putting on Brittany.
like I was even asking like our executives. I was like, because rumor has it Brittany Renner quit Basketball Wives LA. Like she's not in all the episodes because she like quit early. I don't know how true that is, but that was just like a rumor going around our camp. And I would always be like, can we just bring Brittany over here? Like, can you bring her to Orlando? She would be a great fit with like our group of girls. Like, we're all in the same age range. Like, we actually know each other.
Yeah.
I know it's just hard with the OGs because I had to experience that. So, and Brittany has a mouth on her. Like, I can only imagine like what she went through with with the OG girls.
Oh no! Well, hopefully, Brittany, you did. Hopefully, just a rumor, baby, because I want to see you. Now, is there an album that describes Mehgan James?
What was her loss? It was Dragon 21, right?
Yeah.
That whole album.
Okay, so you fuck with it. It's
I
good.
fuck with it. It was I love that song, and it's so crazy. Like I always feel like I can relate to like some of the stuff that Drake talks about. Even though like I feel like that's the beauty of music. Like you listen to the songs, you be like, I went through that. He did that to me. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
So
You want to
Like,
resonate.
you resonate. So yeah, I love that album.
Okay. Now, my last question for you is this. Now, so many reality television stars. Who do you feel has elevated the genre back then? Who do you think is elevating it now? And just looking at the new pile of reality stars, who do you think will elevate it in the future?
What do you mean? Like who's like the new Nenes?
Yeah, like back
the
then we
Queen
had
Bees?
the Queen Bee of Tiffany, and then
Yeah.
there was Nene. So like, who do you think was like the back then, the now, and the future?
Okay, so the Queen Bees back then were clearly like Tiffany Pollard. Who was also a good reality star back in the day? Paris Hilton.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah, she was a queen.
Okay.
Who else? There's somebody on the tip of my tongue that I can't think of right now, but Omarosa, who's coming back for that new villain
House
show.
of Villains.
Sorry. Like those were like the ones that like ran. I mean, I feel like I would consider Nene like a legend, but she's like more of a new school reality TV like legend. Like I feel like Tiffany and all them were out before Nene, right?
Yeah.
Also, I want to give kudos to Tammy Roman too.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
People never give Tammy the flowers. Like, she's been on since Real World. She's also been doing acting as well for a long time. This is not new for her. And she continues to be topic of discussion all the time. So I feel like people don't give her the proper flowers.
Like, honestly, like, I feel like I would love to model my, like, career or whatever you want to call it after Tammy. Like you said, she started off on Real World and she moved her way into Basketball Wives. She did seasons there and she moved in her way into acting, and now she's an author and she has like all these brand deals and Tammy's older too and she's still in her glow, and so like that's inspiring. Oh, she has her own show now too. And
she's doing Miss Pat show on BT Plus.
Yeah, like she's just still in her glow after all these years, and she started on reality TV and she's been on different franchises. So I would like love to like model my career after Tammy. Like kudos to her for that.
Okay, period. Any last things you want to tell your fans before we wrap up here, Mehgan? Anything you want to like share, motivational stuff? What would you like to say to the fans?
I would like to say make sure you guys tune in to Basketball Wives Orlando, October the 9th. We're premiering after the LA Girls. Also, you guys need to follow me on social media at Mehgan James. Twitter at Mehgan James. It's called X now. Child. X. Twitter X. At Mehgan James. TikTok, Super Meg. Also, you guys tune into my after show. I'm going to be reviewing all the rest of the episodes of Baddies and other episodes. I plan on reviewing like LA Basketball Wives, my own show, and all the other things that are going on in the media. So y'all just pay attention because she's back.
Period. She was even leaving.
She never left.
She never left, baby. Thank you so much, Mehgan.